Hey, gang. Happy holidays to everybody. Sorry I haven't done a video in a long time, but I thought I should probably acknowledge the whole fact that we had the two in a box come in with the PKE meter and the Ghost Trap from Hasbro and the Haslab crowdfunded campaign. And there's a lot of people receiving theirs. Anyone in the UK, I apologize. I know that that's getting pushed off to the till after the first of the year. I'm sorry that you're waiting, but the anticipation's the best part, right? So I did get mine. I backed it. I got two of them. And I know there's a ton of like reviews and unboxings and functionality and stuff like that. But what I thought I could do was maybe just kind of compare them to some of the other more ubiquitous ghost traps, ones that, are all around and stuff like that. Kind of give you an idea. But a quick one too of like, not a review, but I mean, this thing's heavy and it looks great. There is, wonky stuff with the V hook, being down so low, but and not being positioned more towards the middle where the speaker is. But it does work with the included holster or belt mount. The weathering, I think, is better than what the Proton Pack was. It is balls heavy. It is it's way heavier than I thought it was going to be. And the functionality and the playability of it is a ton of fun. I'm having a good time with it. I have no complaints. I think they knocked it out of the park, especially for the price point. And also it including the PKE meter and stuff like that, which we'll touch on in a minute. In later on in the video. But ultimately, what I wanted to kind of show you guys was like what this sizes up to be next to other things that are relatively cheaper, more readily available to the fandom and stuff like that. Especially if you didn't get one of these, because there are good options out there. So the first thing I'm going to bring out is the lowest hanging fruit, which is the disguise trap. This is a blow mold trap, no moving parts. Doesn't even have the line for the trap doors to open. But for some reason, I love this thing. I can't wait at some point to dig into this thing and paint it up. Dimensionally for some reason, it does it for me. And actually, even in saying that, dimensionally, I think this is probably, the closest of what I have, in my collection to what the Hasbro trap is. I do not have a Matty trap, so we won't be talking about that tonight. I have handled them before, not but respect for them, but they definitely feel more toyish than the Hasbro does. The Hasbro has heft and weight. And even like with the pedal, the bottom of the pedal of the Matty trap was plastic, hollow. As you could, there was waffling on the bottom of it, for lack of a better term. But here's the comparison to this. Again, this is just a blow molded $25 or $20 thing from Disguise. But compared to this, didn't have the bank to do it. This is going to be a great bell hanger if you put a little elbow grease into it, and I will. The other thing I brought out was this was and I have the AMC as well. I didn't bring it out for that because that's so big, and the caution striping is wonky because of the big purple thing that goes on top of it. This is the Regal trap, and I think this would be a really good option for someone who needs a belt hanger as well, because if you threw a little bit of paint at it, the stickers are starting to give away, but put a little bit of paint at it. It does have very elementary lights. This just lights up solid yellow, and the indicator light just lights up solid red. When you open the doors, that's pretty much it. And it's going to be a pain in the butt. Usually it's shut. Shut for me. Can you do it? Oh, you rats. Come on. It'll get there. There we go. But these are going for a little bit of money on the secondary market just because they were popcorn buckets. You know what I mean? Like they were sold at the movie theater. Oh, rats. We'll mess with that later. The last one I'm bringing is Old Faithful, which is my Walmart trap. This aesthetically is, I know I went overboard on it. Everyone, makes mention of that. But I can tell you that when this was produced and sold by Walmart, this came with the little shitty sewing machine pedal, and it was $20, and it opened and it made sounds and it had lights. Let's see. I don't even know if the batteries in this thing are still going to work. I haven't changed them since Halloween. I don't think so, kids. Yeah, I'm sorry. The batteries are dead. But it does open. It does have, a crummy indicator light. And it does have a light back here and a bar graph. So if you can find one of these in the wild, I modded the shit out of this. I know it's the wrong resistor and all that kind of stuff, but I had what I had in my toolbox. It is a fun piece and worth your while if you can find one in the wild in the cheap. So that's what I got to say about the traps. Granted, none of these guys, the big thing this thing has is that the cartridge comes out for the containment unit. It, has the removable pieces on the side, so you can put, the silver pieces, for Ghostbusters 2. I'm going to see if I can get someone to 3D print me some that can paint yellow. Just have that. And I bought two, just like I bought two of the pack, and I bought two of the Ecto ones. And I don't know why, I didn't sell the pack, and I have another box full of this. I love this trap so much, I'm thinking about even opening that up just to have another trap that's, not, that's uniform with it. You know what I mean? I can maybe put the GB2 bars on and just have on the shelf, and so on and so forth. But that's what I have as far as that goes. I guess I'll talk about the pedal a bit, which I thought was pretty impressive. So the pedal has the relay on it. The relay is pretty sweet and has a smoked, and this thing is thick, has a smoked plastic finish on it. And as you guys probably know by now, this can be put over here to have the afterlife look. It has the ribbon cable. This thing seems pretty nice and you could, and it's light. It's light. You can definitely put it on the handle of your trap and probably troop with it. I'll probably make either put a D-ring here or a hook with these what I can only call photography posts here to maybe hang that on my belt if I end up trooping with this. Functionality of it is cool. It beeps. The trap beeps. This thing lights up. It's very cool. It comes with those little plugs where you can, put the aviator connectors and stuff like that. And it feels solid, albeit very light. And just to give a comparison of this, I'll bring my unfinished still. I know I suck. I haven't built anything in a long time, and here's my 3D printed one with a metal vector plate, aluminum vector plate from GB Fans. The rest of this is Charles Worth Dynamics. This is bigger. And when I say bigger, I mean utility boxes are probably, I want to say, a half-inch taller than the rest of them. Let's see if I can spin this around. But the length of them are pretty close. And also the actual, I guess we'll call it the pedestal, the base, also very much thicker than what the Charles Worth Dynamics were. And these guys are definitely closer to what the what the dimensions of the actual screen used props were. So I think this is great. It feels good. I have not stepped on it with my foot yet. I'm 265 pounds and I have a size 13 foot. I don't want to smash this yet, but eventually I will. But I think that the pedal turned out pretty great. The fact they did the relay, and they have the weathering on here. You know, the vector plate. I forget what this bolt is called, but the fact they include that is pretty awesome. And all of the faux computer parts will also look pretty cool and appropriate as well. And all of their these are all tampographed. These are not. Well, that's a sticker, but these pieces are definitely tampographed on there. So that, I think, is pretty much all I have to say about the two in the box. Oh, the last thing I'll say is people are bitching about the PKE meter, and I understand everyone has their opinion, but and I don't have a Matty PKE. This is just my modded Spirit. But I have handled the Matty PKE, and it's very nice, and I would like to get one someday. But this thing is so much fun. I watched Afterlife the other night, and I was looking at some stuff on Ghostbusters Reference Library. Shout out Ghostbusters Reference Library. It is a bigger piece. I know that the wings are thinner, and that maybe it is a little bit chunkier, but this thing is a ton of fun and feels good in the hand. I've heard a lot of people saying that the trigger cover is bothering them. Totally agree with that. What I did is I used I'm a toy collector, so I used this stuff called Kiki, which is like a really watered down glue that I use to tighten action figure joints, and that made this a lot stiffer to go up and down. If you do want to do that mod, you don't have to buy the Kiki stuff. You can do it with a little bit of floor polish, like real floor polish, not cleaner, floor polish, and like a toothpick or a cut off Q-tip or something like that, and dab it in there. And while it dries, because it will take a day to dry, make sure it's this way so it doesn't get inside and fuck with any electronics or anything like that. But I love this PKE meter. I love this so much. And again, this is like another reason I want to open up the other box, because not only have another trap, but to have another one of these things just to fart around with. But once you get that, if you do that idea of like thickening that up so this thing is a little bit harder to open up, it's not crazy, but it definitely gives it more resistance. When you're holding it, just keep this thing up here and then fart around with your controls. It's great. Yeah, way bigger than the Spirit PKE. Understood. A lot of thicker, a little chunkier. Her chunkier sister, you know what I mean? But she likes to party. You know what I mean? And what's more fun than a chunky one that likes to party? That's all I'm saying. I think that's about it. Again, I'm not trying to go through functionality and modifications. Like a bunch of people are doing that already. And a lot of people are rewiring these things, cracking them open. I'm like, God bless. They only made so many of these things. You know what I mean? They're not making them again. And there's not that many in the aftermarket, and they were let's call call it what it is. They were spendy when they were out, but that's the Trapapalooza of it. You know what I mean? This is what we're going after. If you missed out on it, there's plenty of different options. There's 3D printed kits that you can do that are fantastic. And there's, tons of different resources, as you guys know, to make these things fantastic. But this is my little thought of comparison. It's a Trapapalooza, okay? Right in time for the holidays. Thanks, guys, for watching. I do plan on in January spending time. I have plenty of vacation that I need to take, and some of it has to do with building proton packs, spending some time in my basement, organizing my stuff, getting my display stuff together, all that kind of stuff. But it's coming. I'm not forgetting about this hobby. I love it. It's fantastic. And every time I have free time to myself, I at least dedicate myself to doing at least a little bit of research with that time. And also, if you guys are celebrating holidays, happy holidays. Whatever you do, as long as it's, sweet and loving and you're taking care of yourself and people, I support it and love and appreciate you guys. If you have any questions or anything like that that doesn't involve taking this apart, as of right now, I don't have any intentions of doing that. The bar graph is backwards, and there are mods to do that. Please let them down below. But I love and appreciate you guys. Have a great holiday, and I'll be making some more videos soon. Take care.